Hello, everybody. How are you? It is a Monday evening, afternoon time, and it's time for sprints. Giving everybody's computers a hot second to refresh because it usually takes a hot second. But hello, how is everybody? Let's see. Hey, Beth, how are you? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Virginia, hello. Thanks for coming and hanging out as well. So yes, hello everybody. It's time for sprints. I'm actually doing something a little different today because I am going to be physically reading. I usually always have my audiobook because it's very hard for me to pay attention. But there is no audiobook for this one. So I'm reading Loving Her by Anne Allen Shockley. This is for the Vintage Lesbian Readathon. We are going to be having the live show, I believe, next Monday on Bookish Realms channel. So, gotta read this one. But yes, it's vintage lesbian stuff. I don't know. I've only read one chapter so far. I'm on page 33. So, I haven't read that much of it, but I'm actually going to be like physically reading rather than like listening and reading along. We'll see how long this goes. I have a really hard time doing that. I can sometimes, but hey, William. Hello. Thank you for coming and hanging out as well. What's everybody reading? Let me know in the comments. But yes. I don't know. I'm just like, I just had a lot of caffeine too. So I'm just like ready to go. What else has been going on? Oh, for my channel members and patrons, I literally just posted the poll to pick September's book club pick. I have some good options on there, so I'm excited to see how everyone votes because I genuinely don't know what everyone's going to vote for. 100%. Like I have a suspicion, but like who knows? It's I think it's anyone's game at this point. Mind you, I just put it up, but I picked 3 that I'm like I can't tell if there's going to be an obvious winner. So I'm pretty excited about it. Hey, Winter, how are you? Yes. Oh, okay. We're getting some comments what everyone's reading. Karen, Taming of a Rogue by Suzanne Enoch. Very cool. I like some Suzanne Enoch stuff. She's a little hit or miss for me, but I like most stuff I read. I'm doing the Amazing Readathon. Oh, very good. Hey, Emily, how are you? Hey, Caitlin, still reading A Curious Beginning. Okay, very cool. I just finished it on Friday, so it's fresh in my mind. That is our patron and channel member book club pick for August. So next week, also, it's going to be the patron and channel member live show. I think they're going to do it the last day of the month, the 31st, which is Thursday. That's the plan right now because Monday is a live show for Vintage Lesbian Readathon, and then Wednesday it's going to be reading sprints. Thursday, end of the month, officially book club. That's the plan at the moment. Hello, how are you? 2 chapters to go before finishing The Chic by Maggie Davis. Okay. I hope you get a good chunk too during these sprints. My mouth makes words. That'd be great. Nevermore. Oh yeah. I remember hearing about that a few years ago, but I just never read it. I hope it's good. A Lady Never Surrenders by Sabrina Jeffries. Something light today. First full day with students. Oh yeah, schools are getting back into session now. Very cool. I haven't read anything by Sabrina Jeffries. I have a few of her books though. I got them like a library book. So there's just so many things I always need to read. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. Starting Serpent and the Wings tonight. Carissa Broadbent for the win. Love it. 41% of a way through Amina Al-Sarafi. Very cool, Brian. Hope you're enjoying. Currently listening to Fatal Throne. Ooh, The Six Wives of Henry VIII. Okay. I don't know. 1, 2. I mean, technically only 3 of them died. Everyone's like, he killed all of his wives. And I'm like, well, he killed 2 of them. Out of 6, not that he should have killed any of them. He only killed 2. Why am I defending Henry Days? He doesn't need me to defend him. Yay, me too. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for the next book. I haven't heard anything about the next book. If there's any like updates on it, I don't know. I can look. I have that ability. We have the internet. Let me see. The Adventures of Amina. There we go. Let's see. Well, it's officially, there's a book 2 on Goodreads with no information. There just will be one. There's no information. Not any updates or about when it's coming out or anything. So someday we'll find out, but it's happening eventually. Cindy Lou, you're feeling nonfiction. So I'm reading When Math Goes Wrong in the Real World. I mean, you do you, honeydew. If you're enjoying it, you knock it out of the park. Read whatever you want. Hey, Makeda. Just got done watching Red, White, and Royal Blue for like the 4th time. Yay. You haven't read the book. Okay. I mean, I haven't seen the movie yet. It's on my list of things to do because it's never ending. But the movie looks very cute. Obviously, they're going to change things because it's an adaptation. Like, I think they like leave out a couple characters that are in the book and they just don't exist in the film. So try it out. It's not too long either, but I think you'd really enjoy it. It did just come out in March this year. Oh, yeah, Amin Al-Sarafi. Yeah, part of me is just like, oh, I want a book every year, but these ones are pretty complex. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's 2-year wait, but like, I don't want to wait 2 years. No, I refuse. Just 1 year. I can't, especially with that one, because like, I kind of remember enough of it right now. But like as time goes on, I read so many books, I just like forget all of it. And it's going to be difficult coming into book 2, especially on a very like complex storyline like that. So we'll see. I don't know. And she's B. I think there was supposed to be more to that comment that didn't happen. Unless you mean for Red, White, and Royal Blue, because I do believe they left out the character B in that book. I believe. If you're answering that one. Sorry, spoiler. Oh, she's not Brandon Sanderson. There you go. I'm like, I think there should be more to that comment. I think about it, but I don't have the patience or mental focusing skills to like sit down and write it. I write it in my brain, so I just kind of tell myself my own story. So I have my own book in my brain that I make up from time to time. It's pretty fun. I like it. But like someday, if I had like the time and attention span to do something like that, it might be fun, but I don't really have either. So we'll see. But anyway, so yeah, everyone seems like they're reading some really good stuff today. And for everyone who just joining us right now, because we do see a few new people, I am reading Loving Her by Anne Allen Shockley for the Vintage Lesbian Readathon live show. It's going to be on Monday next week. So this time next week, basically. Well, I think we're starting 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So next Monday. Jennifer, well, welcome. I'm glad that you came. Reading The Ending of The Rebound by Catherine Walk. Okay. Hope you enjoyed it. Hey, Larissa. Reading Hard Day for a Hangover by Dorinda Jones. All right. Catherine Walsh. Okay. Very cool. Either way, I hope you're enjoying it, Jennifer. Learning it to use more about the Muslim faith. Yeah, I think I believe Shannon Chakraborty is also Muslim, so its own voices. So there is a lot of, I think, accurate things about the Muslim faith in The Adventures of Amina al-Sarafi. But the other side of it is also there's like magic and like bird people. So I don't know. I think some of it's accurate, some of it might be less than accurate. Hey, how are you? I'm glad you could come as well. You have your dinner and a San Pellegrino. Oh, you're getting fancy. Okay. 2 or 3 in progress. Okay, well, let us know in the comments if you need us to help pick. But in the meantime, oh my goodness, I like didn't prepare. Hold on. While I am finding my duck friend. I forgot to set it up. Usually I grab it in advance so I have a separate window. Hold on. Oh, it's a Monday. I'm just kind of a disaster human. You guys know that already. Okie dokie. Cassie, hello. Good morning to you down under. And we're here. It's late afternoon. But anyway, yeah, why don't we go ahead and do a sprint? I will get our duck friend Miles up for us to all read along with. So, okay, got it finally. Okay, Duck Man. Everyone say hi to Miles. We're going to start our 30-minute and go. Hello, everybody. Gentle coming back from sprints. How did everybody do? I am physically reading. I don't usually physically read, but I got to page 58. I'm much slower, I think, reading in this one. But yes, I am reading Loving Her by Anne Allen Shockley. For anyone who is going to be starting reading it for the Vintage Lesbian Readathon, just check trigger warnings because, like, I was not expecting some stuff that just happened. So just be aware there is some rough content in here. But hello, everybody. Let's see what's going on here. You're going to start the last word this morning, but didn't like the audiobook sample. Watching YouTube videos while you work. Fair. Good use of time. Yes, Miles, our duck friend. Anyway, how's everyone doing? How'd your sprints go? Was it a good time? Watch a cooking competition reality show. Oh, I love cooking shows. Hope it was a good time. I did. I finished Curious Beginning on Friday. So recently I finished it. I will hold my review. Next week is the live show for our patrons and channel members. We read A Curious Beginning by Deanna Rayburn for this month's book club. 18 pages. Great work, Emily. 28 pages. I love that. 10 pages. Not bad for small text. 3 pages left to finish the chapter. Awesome work. I love that. You have 8 pages left in my chapter. Working on it. 16 pages. Taking it slow. You do you, honeydew. Caitlin, love it. 37 pages into Nevermore. Really liking it. I'm glad you're liking it. Good stuff. But yeah, I want to read at least a third of this tonight. I want to get to page 95, which is like about a third of the book. And I'm on page 58. And it's not like a book I would have picked up on my own because, like, I'm not super enjoying it. But it's kind of like a book club thing. So I'm reading it. But I'm going to read it over the course of 3 days because, like, I don't have it in me to read any more than a third of it today. Anyway. Jessica Townsend series. I'm not sure. I know Nevermore is middle grade. Is that by Tahara Mafi? If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Oh, no, it is Jessica Townsend. Never mind. Didn't, like, Tahara Mafi write something that sounds like that too? But you might be right, Cassie, actually. Made it 20 pages, but had to do the math because the math book page numbers run backwards. There you go. I mean, that seems complex, but as long as you're enjoying it and it's like a clever math joke, I'm here for it. I love that. Yes, Jessica Townsend. I got confused. Wasn't there a book called Nevermore? Also, like, by Tahara Mafi? I wrote something that sounded like that. Furthermore, there you go. Never mind. There. I was close. I knew there was something that sounded like that, but no, you guys are reading Nevermore, which I haven't heard of, but, you know, it does have a fun cover. I just looked it up. So I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Your favorite series? Very cool. I love that. New favorites. I'm so happy to hear that. Whew. French is hard. I'll give them, you know, credit for that. I'm assuming they're not doing very well because French words have so many letters in them and most of them are silent. I only know this from, you know, wine in particular and, like, fragrances, that there's so many letters. Most of them are just not pronounced at all. They're just there for show. And I have pretty lousy pronunciation for the most part, so I feel bad for if I'm trying to say French stuff. I'm like, at least I understand it. Oh shit, Jessica Townsend's from your hometown? Love that. Yeah, I'm sorry. My brain just like blacked out for a second because like I'm physically reading, and it sucks the life out of me a little bit. I hate like having to read physical books. I just do. It's just painful because I have to sit and be quiet and just read. And like when I have an audiobook, my mind can wander a bit more. So it's very difficult. But you know what? It's an experience. I think what's making it worse is that it's a book I don't particularly want to be reading. So I think if it was a really, really good book and I had to physically read, like I could be more pumped for it. But as is, I'm just like, okay, let's go. Anyway, that's about where I am with things. But yeah, any more updates coming back from sprints? Anything new going on in general? If not, maybe we'll just do another sprint. Maybe, I don't know. It's a possibility. I also have a lot of editing to do tonight, if anyone's wondering. I have filmed officially my recap of Prince Lestat by Anne Rice. So that video should be coming out on Saturday. I have edited none of it. The raw footage is about 80 minutes long, about an hour and 20 minutes. So it's pretty long, but like I separate it as well. I like to break things down to smaller pieces. Otherwise, I just don't get anything done. But I broke it down into 3 chunks. So I have about 26 minutes of footage to edit tonight, which feels like less daunting than having to do 80 minutes of footage all at once. You know what I mean? So that's the plan, to do the first 26 minutes of the video today and then finish it by Wednesday, and then Thursdays to clean it up. That's the goal. Fingers crossed it works out. But yeah, I got reading to do also. So these 3 days I'm going to edit, and I'm going to be reading a book I don't like. I might go insane. But yeah. And then after that, I have Camp Damascus by Chuck Tingle still on my desk. I'm going to be reading that probably starting on Thursday. I'm thinking that's the plan about when I'm going to start reading it, and I'm good. Well, I don't want to watch me for 80 minutes. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I'm going to try to get it down to about 45. It's always my goal to have things be about 45 minutes max when I'm doing a recap. That's always the goal. It doesn't always happen, but you know, I'm shrinking each section down. So I have 26 minutes right now. I needed to get it down to about 15. And usually it's pretty easy because I do multiple takes. Because I'll read something or I get the characters wrong and I'm like, oh shit, what did I just say? Because I'm just a chaos human. So there's a lot that gets cut out. It's 80 minutes, but it's mostly me rambling for like probably a good 40 of it. So we'll see. Casually helping your brother French pronunciations. Oh, he took 2. Very cool. 70% into Fatal Throne. Love that. Yeah, French pronunciation, I'm not the best at. I try, though. I have learned enough about how the words are structured that I can figure out how to pronounce them just from wine and perfume. But I don't speak French. I should probably actually try to take a course so it would make more sense and my pronunciation would get better. But who has the time, I guess? Yeah, like exactly. It's very difficult. I just never want to read physically anymore because I found my hack with audiobooks and I've like never looked back. So it's very difficult for me. If it's a book I really like, I think it's easier, but it's very difficult when I have to just physically read and it's something I'm not into. I'm always tempted because whilst the vlogs on my channel at least don't usually perform very well, they are so easy to edit. So they're less like breezy because there's a bunch of little clips. But the thing is, I don't do a lot of interesting stuff. It's just me sitting around in sweatpants reading a book or like hanging out at home. I work from home, so I don't go out very much. I don't do anything. So maybe it's always something that's like on my mind because they're much easier videos to make. But I don't feel like I'm doing anything interesting enough to make a video worthwhile. Does that make sense? I think if I had more excitement and more things going on, that could probably be an option. That's okay. I mean, there's no like definite amount you have to get done in a reading sprint. Just get whatever you can done. I'm very loosey goosey. There's no rules here. So get as much done as you want to get done. But speaking of which, why don't we do one more sprint? I think I have one more sprint in me today before I can't read anymore. I just can't. So I'm trying to capitalize on that energy while I have it. So let's bring back Miles, our duck friend. There he is. All right, let's do one more 30-minute sprint starting now. Hello. Gently coming back from sprints. That was our second sprint of the evening. How did everybody do? I am up to page 84, so I'm very close to hitting my reading goal for the day. I'm going to do it. And then I'm done. Basically, this is like a domestic drama, and I don't know how to feel about anybody. And I'm just like, I don't want to read about sadness and these rough situations and everything. So it's hard for me. And I get why like people would like it. Just for me, I'm like, I'm not reading such heavy stuff because it's like a preference. So I'm just like, okay. That's about where I am with things. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I do read really complex stuff in audio, though. Very good. I'm glad. On last chapter, 8 more pages, and the book is done. Awesome work. I'm happy for you. Started the next project. Awesome stuff. 31 pages. Fantastic winter reader. Up to page 88, 50 more pages in Nevermore. Love it. Middle grade magic school. Love it. Only made 2 chapters, had to run to the store for dinner stuff. It happens, Larissa. I don't know. I have 8 more pages left in my chapter, and then I'm stopping for the night because that'll be like page 92. It'll be a chapter break, and I wanted to get to 95, so I think that's the end of it for the day because I can't do anymore. 9% farther. Love it. Yeah, for sure. I'm like, I don't need to read a book about like domestic abuse and alcoholism and like sadness and like sexual assault that I wasn't expecting to be graphically on page. And it's like, it's a lot right now. So I'm just like, oh God, I have so much more of the book to read. 34 pages. Fantastic, Caitlin. Love that. Continuing Empress of Salt and Fortune by Niveau. I'm glad you like it so far. I think I only read one thing by Niveau and I wasn't super into it, but I wanted to be. Niveau wrote that, was it like it's not The Beautiful and the Damned, because that's a book by F. Scott Fitzgerald, but something like that. It's like a Gatsby reimagining. I read that one and wanted to like it more than I did. But it's an author also that I want to try again because I've heard like amazing things about so many of their books. Beth, have you? This is about Nevermore. I don't know how far you in, but like there's good stuff coming. If not. Anyway. Yeah, so I gotta finish this chapter. I'm gonna take a decompression break, and then I have like a lot of editing to do. Probably like, I don't know, 2 hours of editing because I try to do a full pass. I'm not just doing a rough cut, I'm doing the whole pass with like graphics and everything. So we'll see how it goes. And there's just so many characters in there. I have to fan cast a lot of characters. I don't have to, but I've been doing it, so I feel like I should continue doing it. Yeah. I'm glad that you can come and hang out, Brian. Fen, not yet, but coming. I have not. I haven't heard of it till today, but apparently it's very good. It's on my radar now, so I'll have to check it out. But yeah, I don't read a ton of middle grade, but like I'm hearing wonderful things about it. So excitement. So Beth got to the hotel door. I don't know what's going on. I'm just like appreciating the energy. I don't know what's happening, but I'm having a good time with it. Anyway, I am going to probably get going, take a break, edit. So much editing to do. When I do the long videos, it takes takes a lot of my time and I want to be like done with it. But anyways, thank you guys all for coming and hanging out with me. Next week will be many a live show. On Monday, I believe we are doing classic lesbian readathon live show over on Bookish Realm. So that's on Monday. So reading sprints will be on Wednesday next week. And Thursday, patron and channel member book club. This time we read A Curious Beginning by Deanna Raybourn. So very exciting. And yeah, and also channel members and patrons who are here, because I know a few of you are. I did post the polls for September. Look at me doing it on time. So let me know what you guys want to read, because I genuinely do not know what everyone's going to pick. It's going to be good. Okay, so Nevermore. Love it. Oh, well, I love that. Everything less turfy. Definitely. Yay, me too. It's going to be a good time. You were like a driving factor in picking this book too. So it's going to be your time to shine, Cassie. Yeah, I guess that's it for tonight. We did our 2 sprints. We all got some good stuff done. We'll be back again next week with some more sprints. And that's all I got. Anyway, thanks for coming and hanging out with me. And again, back again, but next Wednesday. And we'll be having a good time. All right. So thank you for coming and hanging out. I'm glad that's replaced HP. I love that. So yeah, I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.